Is there a world where the Indiana Fever are just trying to keep their core together? Some of them are going overseas, so maybe in this scenario, just kind of taking a step back from all the drama, letting everything kind of cool down. Maybe it is a good thing that Caitlin Clark isn't playing in Unrivaled this season. What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. We are only a few weeks into the Indiana Fever's offseason, and we are already seeing some major moves from players and the Indiana Fever front office. So they just hired a brand new president. Her name is Kelly Krauskopf. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, Kelly had her opening press conference and she was asked a lot of questions, and a lot of the media was wondering, where do we go from here? What does the future of the Indiana Fever look like? Here's what she had to say about the Caitlin Clark effect and carrying the success of this season forward into the future of the Indiana Fever.
You know, we've seen such a huge inflection of attention, and you know, her play, just the way she plays the game, I think that's going to be sustainable. There's clearly, there's something about the way she plays the game, her passing, her shooting, that people really identify with. And our backcourt, I think, is probably going to be one of the best in the league between her and Kelsey Mitchell. It's a dynamic duo right there. But I think you know, we're going to work at it. We understand. I've been through this, you know, not to this level, but we've had points where, incremental points where we've had, you know, the tide lift a little bit and then go back down. So, you know, we're going to work at making sure that we capture all the opportunities to make sure these fans are important to us, that we want to sustain the growth and the interest level in the franchise. I mean, this is about the Indiana Fever.
A couple things that I love that she said. One, she praised her star players. She did not hold back. She admitted to the success that is Caitlin Clark and that this organization has not seen this kind of influx and fandom and viewership and all of these things. And she also said that she wants to keep the fans happy, and she understands how important they are, and she understands the opportunity that the Fever have in their hands here. And that is something that this Indiana Fever organization truly needs, this sort of mindset in their front office in order to be a successful team and use Caitlin Clark to her full ability and develop this team. So I just feel like in general, I feel like her mindset is there, and it's going to be exciting to see how this Fever team grows in seasons to come. From this presser, I was under the impression that they're, of course, keeping Caitlin Clark, keeping Aaliyah Boston. It seems like Kelsey Mitchell is going to stay, and there were some question marks also around Coach Christy Sides. We have yet to see if she stays or goes, but honestly, I get the feeling that if Caitlin likes Coach Christy Sides and Aaliyah likes Coach Christy Sides, then she will stay, and we will just have to wait and see how that unfolds. But now, during this offseason, the players are already moving around. So a couple players have already announced that they are going overseas. We have Kelsey Mitchell going to play in China, Nalyssa Smith also playing in China, and Nalyssa Smith is one where there was a big question mark around her if she would be returning to the Indiana Fever, but she'll be going to play in China, and Temi Fegbenle will be playing in Turkey. Now, with that news, we've already heard from Caitlin Clark that she will not be playing overseas. She won't be playing in any organized basketball organization. She actually said that she is going to become a professional golfer during this offseason. And she has already been given the chance to help make her dreams come true, because she will be teeing it up at an LPGA Pro-Am in November. And guys, when this news was announced, I loved all of the pictures that everyone was digging up on social media of Caitlin Clark playing golf, because she looks like a little female Tiger Woods. And I also just loved the overwhelming response of people that were saying like, oh look, now Caitlin Clark is gonna get me to watch golf. There were so many people flooding the emails of this company asking if this golf tournament is going to be televised, and this is what one of the tournament heads said. I received your inquiry regarding if our Wednesday Pro-Am will be live streamed anywhere. Unfortunately not. The only way to view would be in person. I will let you know if anything changes, as we do have a lot of people asking the same thing. We are excited to have her with us. Reach out with any other questions and have a great day. For anyone questioning the Caitlin Clark effect, we now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. But with all of these offseason moves, a lot of fans are noticing that none of the Indiana Fever players will be playing in Unrivaled. And that was something that was truly hyped at the beginning of the season, and people were wondering, will Caitlin Clark play in Unrivaled? Will Caitlin Clark play in Unrivaled? And when it was made very clear that she wasn't, a lot of people were wondering if other Indiana Fever players would play in it. So what is the Unrivaled League? Unrivaled is an innovative 3-on-3 league that runs during the WNBA offseason. There are 6 teams comprised of 5 players each. They stay in Miami for all of these games, and the season kicks off in January. Now, this is an 8-week season, and Unrivaled always boasted about the fact that these would be 6-figure salaries that these women would be making. They wouldn't have to go play overseas. This was just another alternative for these players to play basketball during the offseason, but not have to be so far away from their family and just have a way to make offseason money. The league was founded by Breanna Stewart and Naphesa Collier, who are both leading their teams into the WNBA finals, which start tonight. And with the WNBA finals kicking off, you guys, this is the perfect time to get your picks in with my partner of today's video, Underdog. Join the millions of fans that played on Underdog last season, and with their pick'em game, you could win money by making picks on your favorite players. So I'm sure that you guys are curious about my picks for game 1, so let's jump right into it. I kept it short and sweet for this game, and I kept it to our 3 superstars who will be playing in the WNBA finals. Starting off with Naphesa Collier, one of my favorite players in the WNBA. I feel like her game is near perfect. It is so well-rounded. She is a silent assassin. She will give you 30 and you won't even notice it. That is why for this game 1, I think she's gonna go off. I think she's a woman on a mission. I have her going higher than 21.5 points. Next, we have Sabrina Ionescu. So Sabrina has really been a game changer in these WNBA playoffs. When she plays well, her team wins. When the other team can hold Sabrina to lower scoring, lower efficiency on the court, her team doesn't do as well. She is such an important piece to this Liberty team. The Minnesota Lynx, however, have great defense, and I feel like they are really they're going to go at Sabrina. They're going to blitz her. They're going to make sure that she can't get hot from the 3-point line. So for that reason, I have her lower than 28 points plus rebounds plus assists. So now let's talk about Breanna Stewart. She is someone who, even if she isn't scoring the most, she will get those rebounds. She will get those assists. For that reason, I have Breanna Stewart as higher than 34 points plus rebounds plus assists. Those are my picks for game 1. You guys let me know what you think. And of course, if you want to get in on the action, go ahead and download the Underdog app. Underdog is the place to play, so sign up and deposit now using my code RAD for $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. So back to Unrivaled League, founded by Naphesa and Breanna. Let's check out some of the players who have opted in to playing in Unrivaled. Some of them include Enrique Ogunbowale, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese is playing, Dearica Hamby's playing, Natasha Cloud, who we just talked about in my last video, Dejanay Carrington is playing, Brittany Griner is playing. So why do we think that none of the Indiana Fever team has signed up to play in Unrivaled? Unfortunately, a few months ago, I saw that the Unrivaled basketball account had liked a comment that was seemingly throwing shade at Caitlin Clark. Somebody said, "Please no CC. We've all had enough of her fan base. Let us breathe," with laughing faces. That comment had over 100 likes, and the Unrivaled basketball account also liked that comment. Then when they got called out on Twitter, they quickly unliked it. Now, do I think that Naphesa Collier and Breanna Stewart are running the Instagram account and they were the ones who did that? No, I think that they have a great relationship with Caitlin Clark, and I think that they know how powerful it would be to have her play in this league. However, I do think that liking a comment like that is such a careless mistake, and you really do have to be careful, and you have to be careful if you are trying to run a professional business. You can't be throwing shade in little ways. Now, Caitlin Clark for the entirety of the season has stayed above the drama of the WNBA. There has been so many narratives about her. There has been a lot of people throwing shade at her. She has a lot of love from one side and a lot of people people who like to continue to throw shade, and she has stayed above all of it. She has ignored it. She hasn't engaged, but I guarantee you that she is keeping receipts. So do I think that Caitlyn saw that they liked this comment? Probably not. I don't think that she is that deep in the WNBA trenches of social media like all of us are. However, seeing some of these players who are playing in Unrivaled, there has been a little bit of tension with her and others throughout the season. So is there a world where the Indiana Fever are just trying to keep their core together? Some of them are going overseas. So maybe in this scenario, just kind of taking a step back from all the drama, letting everything kind of cool down. Maybe it is a good thing that Caitlin Clark isn't playing in Unrivaled this season. So what do I think about Unrivaled? It's a 3-on-3 game. As you guys know, I work for the Big Three. I do sideline reporting for the Big Three, and I absolutely love it. I love 3-on-3 basketball, and this one will be a little bit different because it is played in a full court setting, so it'll be a little bit more of a run and gun game. This season 1 of Unrivaled, it will be so interesting to see how it does, who ends up being their broadcast partner, what kind of hype they can build around it, and what kind of viewership they get. Now, Unrivaled losing out on a player like Caitlin Clark, obviously having somebody like Caitlin Clark in their league, we saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlin to play in the Big Three. That is 10 weeks, and she wouldn't even have to play every week. He offered her $5 million to play 3 months, 2.5 months of basketball. Now, Unrivaled, I think if they were smart, they would throw the biggest bag that they possibly could on Caitlin. Maybe she could make a cameo. Maybe she could come sit courtside. Maybe she could coach a team if she doesn't want to be in a professional league. Knowing the Caitlin Clark effect, knowing the kind of ratings that she brings, I think it is a huge missed opportunity because we've seen the ratings. So Caitlin Clark's last WNBA playoff game had over 2.6 million viewers, and now we are seeing the ratings dip under 1 million viewers. Now, that is not to say that these ratings are still up from the past, and we just had a semifinals game that had the most viewership since the 1990s. However, you cannot deny the kind of effect that Caitlin Clark has on viewership. So it is super interesting to see all that's going on during this off season, and we will just have to see how Unrivaled unfolds and what the Indiana Fever continue to do during this off season to build their team into, like their new president said, a team that is ready to win championships. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think of this 3-on-3 style basketball? Would you like to see Caitlin in a style like this? Do you think it's good that she opted out? And what do you think the Indiana Fever should do during this offseason? Are there any players that you would love to see them pick up? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it and click that little subscribe button because we upload new videos every single week. And with that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Uina.